Welcome to IGC, and we have Miss Renisha with us. She is from Augmont Gold, Gold for All. We are talking a lot about digital gold, right? So, what is the future ahead of this, if you think of?
As Augmont is one of the leading players for digital gold,
Right.
I think there are many drivers that are driving digital gold in present times. Before talking what will happen in future, let me tell you what is happening in present.
Yes.
So the growth in the investors' sentiment and their inclination towards gold, the working age population is driving the gold demand.
Right.
And if we look at the statistics from United Nations population prospects, we see that almost most of our population is young, and it is expected to remain so for next few years.
Right.
Our median age population is around 27, and it would be around 35 till next decade.
Right.
And going forward, we have also seen, according to the economic survey 2020-21,
Right.
that what we have witnessed during these times, that in 90s our per capita income was around rupees 7,000 in early 90s, but
Right.
now this has grown to 1,34,000.
Right.
So this is 10% CAGR increase in last 30 years.
Right.
And as per WGC data, with every 1% increase in income, there is rise of 0.9% demand rise in gold.
Right.
So with this context and background,
Right.
I think that going forward, our incomes would be rising by around 10%, and gold demand for digital products will rise by 9%. So every year 10% rise in income and 9% rise in digital gold demand. This
Right.
is what we are expecting, and this rising income is going to be the main factor and leading factor for the future of digital gold. As people become more urbanized, their earnings will increase, their incomes will increase, their spending will increase, and their spending power on gold will increase, and basically the demand for gold, for digital gold, will rise. This is what I expect.
Recently come across cryptocurrencies, if we talk about. So people are jeopardizing with the cryptocurrency and the digital part gold. So what do you think? What is the best term when we call as in the investment?
The question, or the best, greatest investment debate that is taking place,
Yeah.
whether one should invest in digital gold
Right.
or cryptocurrency.
Right.
Right. So what I think is there are 5 to 6 differences between both of them.
Right.
So first is the historic value of gold. Gold
Right.
has been there from last 7,000 years.
Right.
We have been using gold as a currency, as a value from 5000 BC.
Right.
While cryptocurrency is still new, it's
Right.
been only 12 years, 12, 13 years that it has come into existence. Then talking about tangibility, gold, we know that seeing is believing, and
Right.
we can touch gold.
Right.
We cannot do it in cryptocurrencies.
Right.
Third, I would say, is risk. Right, so we have seen that cryptocurrencies have a lot of risk associated with it, a lot of volatility is seen, but yes, gold has been consistently giving returns around 13% CAGR returns from last few years, last 15 years. So the risk associated is less, and returns, as I talked about, risk and return.
Right.
And the last point which I would make is, if you want to compare cryptocurrency, it should be compared with the risk of inflation hedge assets. Like you can compare it with copper or base metals, right? They are the risk on assets. When there is risk in the market, that time you always prefer gold.
Right.
So I would say is gold is a risk on asset, and cryptocurrencies are a risk off asset. So they are
Okay.
totally different asset class, and I think they should not be mixed up, and one should not decide कि ये लेना है कि ये लेना है. Both are at different places.
Tell me, what's the future ahead if the silver ETF is launched?
Yes, so this is the much about talked about thing right now, that silver
Right.
ETFs will come in few weeks, and we'll be trading silver ETFs. So till now, what is there, that silver is not there in our portfolios.
Right,
If you
right.
ask any Indian investor,
Right.
so those who are not trading in future or options, they do
Yeah.
not have silver in their portfolio
Right.
because of its storage and security purposes. Nobody can hold it physically.
Yeah.
Right? If I have to talk about its future, let me look at the international holdings, what is happening internationally, so we can come about what will happen in India. The production, what happens in silver throughout the year, it is around 8 times more than gold. So we have around 1 billion ounces of silver produced every year, and for gold we have 120 million ounces.
Okay.
So 8 times more silver is produced every year.
Definitely.
And if you talk about gold ETF holdings and silver ETF holdings, so for gold ETF holdings we have around 100 million ounces,
Right.
and for silver we have around 900 million ounces.
Right.
So there too the silver market is 9 times more than gold. If you talk about silver ETF, if they come to India, so I think what happened to gold when gold ETF was launched in 2007, in 3 years. What happened is we accumulated around 10 tons.
Right.
And within next 6 years, 2013, we saw the holdings of gold ETF was around 40 tons, right? So within 6 years, the holdings came up to 40 tons. For silver, I'm expecting as we saw that market is 8 times, 9 times bigger than gold. So the same, if you want to say what will happen to silver ETFs, how much would be the holdings in next 3-4 years, how it will span out. So I think it would be more than 100 tons.
Right.
I mean, if you consider 30 tons, 10 tons, which was accumulated in 3 years.
Right.
So yes, for next 3-4 years, if we multiply it to 8-9 times, so at least 100 tons of silver ETF holdings could be seen that would be there on the exchange it launched within next 3-4 years. That is what a big future it is there, and most of the Indian investors would like to take it in their portfolio. So the new product that will come in as a diversification tool for silver, as a silver.
How was your experience in IGC?
Great learning experience and wonderful insights from so many big industry people. I enjoyed it.